1811 4000। यही कंज्यूमर हेल्पलाइन।
जागो ग्राहक जागो।
Hello and welcome to Call You TVI, the only show in the country which puts you, the consumer, ahead of others. Today we are discussing all your mobile phone related problems. Call charges, call drops, unwanted value-added services. All you need to do is pick up your phone and call us. Right now the lines are open now. The number is 02240987300. We also have an SMS number which is 5999, or you can email us at oncall@utvi.com. Here on the show, joining me today to answer all your queries is Prof.S.R Khanna, coordinator or the chief coordinator of National Consumer Helpline. Prof.S.R Khanna, you have been with us on this show for quite a while. You have seen the kind of problems that consumers face. Most of them are prepaid consumers. Any issue that you would like to flag before we get on to our first caller, sir?
It's not important just to have competition at the macro level within companies. The real benefits of competition reach consumers only when a consumer has choice. He can shift from one alternative to another with least difficulty and cost.
Right, sir. On that note, let's take our first caller. Mr. Manoj Sharma from Kotak in Odisha is online with us. Manoj, if you could hear us, please go ahead with your question, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Well, I'm a Vodafone postpaid customer from Orissa. On the month of March, the very prevalent cross connection that was happening in Orissa. So, on the 18th, I had called up Vodafone regarding this, and every time I used to call up anybody, I used to have to call them twice or thrice to connect to them directly, because it was cross connecting to another phone. Now, after 24th of March, what they did was they told me you pay your whole of your bill so that your this problem would be solved out. Right now, the problem is not being solved out. So that your
Right, Mr. Manoj, we could get your question. Now, we would also request you to reduce the volume of your TV set because it is echoing. Meanwhile, let's try and get your problem redressed by Professor Sriram Khanna. Sir, you heard his question.
It means the gentleman has been overbilled. Because of interference and because of in reception, he could not complete the calls and he has to call again and again, and which means Vodafone would have charged him for every unsuccessful call. It really requires a revision of the bill to a point where he is only charged for completed calls, and calls that have not been completed or have interference should not be charged. Now, he actually needs to insist that as a postpaid customer, his next bill will have the credit if he has paid the previous bill. So he has to have a docket number by calling the call center. If the call center has not solved the problem, do the same to the nodal officer. If the nodal officer has not done it, then to the appellate officer.
Right. Let's go back to Mr. Manoj Sharma. Mr. Manoj, if you could hear us, are you satisfied with the answer, or does that solve your problem? And if we can again request you to reduce the volume of your TV set, sir.
Yes, I'm hearing you. The problem is I had called up nodal officer and have forwarded my complaint to the appellate authority, but there is no response from them. I do not understand what is the next procedure that I'm going to follow.
Okay, that means you have come to a point where the due process mandated by the TRA has failed, which means the company has not been able to do that. Though in such a situation, you need assistance of a friend, a Grahak Mitra. You can call the National Consumer Helpline from a landline, BSNL or MTNL, 1-800-11,000, 1811-4000. During office hours, log your complaint and request them to forward your complaint with these details of docket numbers that you give to the TRAI, telling the TRAI that the system has failed and they should inquire from Vodafone as to what has happened, because the Vodafone will be filing a return to the TRAI. So unless the TRAI knows that there is something wrong in this return, this call has not been addressed, or these calls have not been addressed, they won't be able to do anything.
Right, sir. Let's take our next caller. Swapnil from Mumbai is online with us. Swapnil, if you can hear us, please go ahead with your question, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm Swapnil from Mumbai, and sir, I'm prepaid subscriber. My question is, in Mumbai, all mobile vendors sell small top-ups of rupees 10 or 30 for 1 rupee more, like rupees 11 or 31. Even after bringing these issue to the company's notice, company is not taking any action against these vendors, and this is a problem with all companies. So, is there any solution for this?
I would, yes, you should. This is a packaged commodity. A prepaid card has an MRP, and as far as I can remember, the Weights and Measures Act applies to it, and under the Weights and Measures Act, anybody selling a product which has an MRP beyond MRP is liable for action. So you should file a complaint before the Weights and Measures officer of your district, which is under the Weights and Measures Department of Maharashtra government. Find out who the person in charge in Mumbai is, make a written complaint, send it by registered post, get a receipt, or if you can deliver it personally, that's even better, get a receipt for it and wait for some action. And give the names of the shops who are doing that. Unless you can do that, they'll say we don't know who is doing it. And then after a few weeks, if you find nothing happening, then you make an RTI in the Weights and Measures Department asking them, you got this complaint, what action have you taken? They'll be forced to take some action or the other, and they'll have to reply to you under RTI.
Swapnil, I think that answers a part of your question. Do you have a question, Swapnil?
No. Thank you.
Right, Swapnil. Let's move on to our next caller. It seems that Kaustav is online with us from Mumbai. Kaustav, if you can hear us, please go ahead with your query, sir.
Yeah, good evening to you. I am a... Hello?
Yeah, Kaustav, we can hear you. Please go ahead with your question, sir.
Yeah, I'm a subscriber for a long time, a postpaid subscriber. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, Kaustav, we can hear you. Please go ahead with your query.
So, I have, during my, there are stipulated dates for due date for submission of bill, and I have been doing it through Easy Bill, paying the Airtel bill. My bill date, usually the tenure is on 11th or 12th. I pay in cash to these Easy Bill accounts on 9th or 8th. Now, it happens on a regular basis that the Airtel says that they have not been paid by the dealer, and so you are levied with the late charges. So where do I land, in this case, where unnecessary fault of mine, I had to pay, extra charges for it. And I had written so many mails, they do not have the courtesy to call me back and say sorry for it. Even I'm ready to give them all the necessary documents as far this, my submission of cash payments to the dealer is concerned. How to go about?
I would say one thing. See, if Easy Bill is not communicating the payment within the due date, you should complain to the management of Easy Bill that you have no right to do that. If you are providing a service, you have to pay within time. And if you are not able to pay within time and I have to pay excess, you should pay. Why should I pay? So you should complain to the Easy Bill, asking to give you a credit equivalent to the excess charges you have paid till date.
But tell me something, Professor Khanna, let me interrupt you here. Isn't there a receipt that this man or this consumer, Kaustav, would be getting from Easy Bill?
He is not paying to the Airtel. He is paying to an intermediary. The Airtel will say, this is our due date. By this date, it should be in our account. Okay. So there is a third party in between. If that third party is not acting appropriately, then the third party is responsible. You can't hold Airtel responsible unless you can show Airtel has engaged Easy Bill. Airtel has an arrangement with Easy Bill, and payment to Easy Bill tantamounts to payment to Airtel.
Right, Professor Khanna. On that note, let's head into a break now. But a quick reminder, if you have any query related to mobile bills, all you need to do is pick up the phone and call us. The lines are open now. The number is 022-4098-7300. We also have an SMS number which is 59995. You can email us at oncall@utvi.com. We will answer them right here on the show. Okay, you are watching Condition Supply, the only show in which puts you, the consumer, ahead. We have our next caller, Sadanand, who is calling us from Nashik. Sadanand, if you can hear us, please go ahead with your query.
Sir, please talking to Hindi. Hello, sir.
हाँ बोलिए बोलिए.
Right, Sadanand. Please go ahead with your query, sir.
पहले तो मेरा नाम सदानंद है, ये प्रशांत नाम है सर, गलती से नाम आपने चेंज कर दिया मेरा. हेलो.
हाँ बोलिए प्रशांत.
सर मेरा ये जानना.
जी बोलिए बोलिए.
सर जीपीआरएस के बारे में जानना चाहता हूँ सर. हेलो.
क्या जानना चाहते हैं आप जीपीआरएस के बारे में?
जीपीआरएस के बारे में सर, जो यानी कि मेरा एनसीडी 3500 मॉडल मेरा, लेकिन अभी तक सेटिंग नहीं मिल रही सर. एक प्रॉब्लम है सर, और दूसरा है कि एनसीडी में ऑटोमेटिक कॉल रिकॉर्डिंग होना चाहिए सर.
देखिए, जो तो जीपीआरएस के सर्विस है उसको एक्टिवेट करवाने के समय कुछ सेटिंग्स आपके फोन पे होंगी, उनको चालू करोगे तो वो होगा. और वो तब होगा जब आप कस्टमर सर्विस से, सही आदमी है, हर आदमी कस्टमर सर्विस में जीपीआरएस एक्टिवेट की इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं देता है. आपका फोन का सेट मॉडल नंबर, उसमें क्या क्या कंट्रोल्स हैं, उसकी मैनुअल को ठीक तरह पढ़ लीजिए और फोन करके उनसे कनेक्शन की इंस्ट्रक्शन लीजिए कि जीपीआरएस एक्टिवेट करने के लिए मुझे क्या करना है.
What is the charge also, if you would like to mention?
Every company has a charge, but I think the main charge is usage charge. Activation is a little difficult because there are some controls. But once it is activated, then उसके बाद अपने आप चलता है वो. नंबर एक. दूसरा इनका सवाल था
ऑटोमेटिक इन लोग का जो
कॉल रिकॉर्ड होना चाहिए. देखिए, कॉल रिकॉर्ड फीचर है टेलीफोन का. वो फीचर मोबाइल सर्विस कंपनी का नहीं है. एयरटेल वोडाफोन का काम नहीं है आपका कॉल रिकॉर्ड करे. आपके टेलीफोन के अंदर अगर कॉल रिकॉर्डिंग है, कुछ मॉडल्स में वो होती है, तो आप अगर फोन हो रहा है आप उसको दबा देंगे फोन बात करते हुए, तो वो रिकॉर्ड कर लेगा. अगर उसकी 3 मिनट की रिकॉर्डिंग है तो 3 मिनट की कॉल रिकॉर्ड हो जाएगी.
राइट सर. ऑन दैट नोट, लेट्स टेक मिस्टर अशोक कनाडे, हु इज ऑनलाइन विथ अस फ्रॉम मुंबई. मिस्टर अशोक, इफ यू कैन हियर मी, प्लीज गो अहेड विथ योर क्वेरी, सर.
Yes, there are thank you very much to UTVI that you have taken the initiative to take up the consumers' problems regarding mobile phones. There are two queries. One is regarding the MTNL service. Secondly, regarding the hardware of HTC. Can I go ahead? One, the MTNL.
Yes, Mr. Ashok, please go ahead.
MTNL signal in the morning at the consumer mark, it is going down for half an hour, which we have already spoken to the customer service. They said there's some problem, it will be sorted out, and sometimes it gets on, but sometimes, lot of the time, 90% time, it will go off. Suddenly the call will disconnected, suddenly there is no signal, like that it is going on for last 6 months. And second part is the HTC hardware telephone, which I purchased in January 2009, which was going in a problematic giving a problem, and I have given for a repair on 27th of May 2009 at Borivali Service Center. Then they, after 15 days, they have said that the board has been changed and they would work like all right. But after again today, I have given the same handset for a same problem of a voice and the no signal. So today they said that it will take further 5 days to sort out the issue because the problem is same as the board problem. And third one is that the Microsoft software is there in 6.01, which is if I try to upgrade that software or download from Microsoft site, it won't work. It will not be upgraded because if it is official software, then the Microsoft are giving upgradation at no cost. So if I try to do that by my mobile phone, GPRS, through GPRS, internet, I can't download that. So these are 3 queries I have got. So kindly help me.
See, on the first, it is a signal
right,
of the MTNL mobile. He has a problem with the signal. And this is a problem in almost every state. Some companies' service is not adequately coverage, means their coverage and their towers are not, able to give the seamless service. So that is, then you have an option changing your service provider. But there is no guarantee that the other service provider will provide you better service in that region. That is one. Second, your problem is hardware. If your set is not working, it has a problem, then it's a different issue. You have to go to the company and you have to get it repaired from them. It is under a warranty. They will do it free. Once it is beyond warranty, they will charge you for it. The third issue is regarding the
WCC and what to do.
Regarding the software. If ATT has given you the set with software which is licensed, and then you should be able to download it. So you should address your query to the AT&T company and ask them, what software you have given me? Is it licensed? If it is licensed, it is not able to download. And you should address them. And I should ask them to give you an answer. If the local person doesn't give, go to their main customer service in their headquarters and give it to them in writing, asking for an answer.
Right, sir. On that note, let's head into a break. But a quick reminder, if you do have any query related to your mobile phone and you are feeling helpless as a consumer, all you need to do is phone and call us. The lines are open now. The number is 02240987300. We also have an SMS number which is 59995. You can email us at oncall@utvi.com. We will answer them right here on the show. Okay, we have this packed show, the only show in the country which puts you, the consumer, ahead of others. Let's move on to our next caller. Mr. Sanjeev is calling us from New Delhi. Mr. Sanjeev, if you hear us, please go ahead with your query, sir.
Yeah, I am hearing you. First of all, I thank you, UTVI, for giving such a platform for the viewers and for the people, consumers of telephone who has so much problem in India. The telephone for service providers are just sitting people like they are just laymen and they don't know anything. I have a complaint regarding a Reliance. The Reliance, I have a Reliance connection who has deducted 3 times 30 rupees in last 6 months. I don't know why they have deducted. When I called them, they told me they will not, first of all, they will not listen to you. If you are able
Mr. Sanjeev, if I can interrupt you right here, is your television set on loud volume? If such is the case, can you please lower the volume of your TV set, sir?
No, my volume is very low. I am speaking from other room. If you connect to the call center, then also they will not reply you in a manner. They will tell my system is down. After 3 to 4 times or 5 times, if at all you able to connect them and told them your problem, they will say this is a system error. We will correct it, and they will not refund you. I have 3 times 30 rupees per month, and without any subscription or without any service they have provided. So what a consumer can do for this? You can imagine if they charge 30 rupees from 1 crore of subscribers, they immediately get 30 crores from them without doing anything.
You have a genuine problem. You have a problem, we'll get that answered. But let's try and squeeze in one more caller on this show if we can, which is Mr. Dinesh, who is joining us online from Mumbai. Mr. Dinesh, quickly, if you can tell us your problem, sir.
See, I have a Tata Indicom landline, and I get a lot of problems in connection from MTNL extensions, especially 2893 and 2894 and 2895. It is a hospital landline, and whenever you complain to Tata Indicom, they say the problem is with the MTNL and not with them. And I am an anesthetist. My profession depends on the mobile connectivity. Every time this problem crops up every month, and they are just not able to get me on my mobile because MTNL people refuse to give the connection to Tata Indicom. And these things they don't advertise when they sell a mobile phone. That is a problem. I am stuck with the handset for last 10 years. And this problem is there since last 4 to 5 years. Can you please help me out regarding that?
Right, Mr. Dinesh, we will try and address this issue. Professor Sriram Khanna.
See, this is an interconnectivity problem, and it is not unique to him. It must be happening to such. It must be happening to such connection holders. So what he needs to do is to make a detailed complaint to the TRAI and explaining that this is what is happening, and I would advise that he should, because MTNL is a public sector company, he should put an RTI to say that why I am unable to receive calls on my number from these connections. They will have to give him an answer. That will be the evidence, and annex that to the letter, send it to the TRAI, and so that they can look at this They may not even know that this problem exists, and therefore it is important and for him to document the complaint and send it to the TRAI.
Right. How about the first query where rupees 30 is deducted month after month after month?
That is the standard practice of many companies. They profit out of giving value-added services without being asked.
What is the solution?
The solution is you have to seek a refund and you have to stop it immediately. And the only way to do it is make the call center, get a docket number, go to the nodal officer, get a docket number, go to the appellate body, get a docket number. And that's all you can do.
Let's try and squeeze in one more caller. Shinjan is calling us from Shinjan. If you couldn't hear us, please go ahead quickly with your question, sir, because we are running short on the show.
Right. What happened is, like, I'm having a network connection for the last, I think, 5 years in Bangalore, and recently, I'm not. So what had happened is, like, I have this number for last 5 years, and I moved into a new house in a new place. From that time, was having a network, like, as soon as I get into the room, it becomes SOS. So this was reported sometime in December last year. From till that time till today, I'm sitting in one place in my room to just talk to you guys. If I just move out from this place, it will get disconnected. And I had gone to the appellate officer.
We got your query, sir. We got your query, sir. We will have it answered because we are running short of time. Professor Khanna.
This is a problem of coverage. He has moved to a geographical location which seems to have not adequate coverage, which means there's a tower nearby. Either it is overloaded with traffic or the tower is too far away and he's on the periphery. So my advice to you would be change your service provider.
On that note, that's all we have.
He's got a problem. He says you might lose the number, but reality is coming. So you wait for a little while and change your service provider. Carry your number with you under the new rules.
That's a very good suggestion, sir. On that note, that's all we have time for now. Call UTVI will be back same time tomorrow with Stay Hungry, where we will be answering all your career related queries. Stay tuned, keep watching, keep learning. Watch UTVI.